Okay, hello, welcome to another one of these FIFA 20 scenario challenge-ish videos. On this one, you see me changing the team around here, is if boyhood Liverpool fan Adebayo Akinfenwa played one full season at Liverpool in this current Liverpool team. You see me arranging the team here. I'm going for Alisson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Mane, Salah and Firmino. Now, especially with Mane and Salah next to him, I expect Bayo to be able to get a few goals here. This is just going to be him playing a full season for Liverpool, playing hopefully every game if he's fit enough. And we're just going to see what we can win, where we finish in the league, how we finish in the Champions League, FA Cup and League Cup as well, and just in general see how many goals Akinfenwa can score if he was in this Liverpool side. And so now we're coming up here to our very first game as we play the FA Community Shield against Manchester City, of course the last season's Premier League winners against the runners-up, because City also won the FA Cup. And so here we go, Bayo's first game is the Community Shield at Wembley. We draw 2-2, Robertson and Mane scores, Silva and Aguero for them, but we win 5-4 on penalties. No goal for Akinfenwa on his debut, but we do win a trophy. Okay, moving on now to the UEFA Super Cup final. Another chance for Bayo here. We win 1-0 thanks to Firmino in the 117th minute. No goal for Firmino, but another trophy we lift. We now move on to playing Manchester United at Old Trafford. We win 3-2 and Bayo gets his first goal. So Bayo has... this is his 14th appearance. And it is his first goal, but it is a big one. It is a important goal. We win 3-2 at Old Trafford and Bayo gets a goal. Now that's the kind of stuff we want to see from him, but not 14 appearances without a goal again, please. Okay, next game then, we play the Champions League away at Lyon. 4-2 and Bayo gets another goal. Back-to-back goals now. Two big away goals for Bayo there. Robertson, Mane and Henderson getting the other goals. But Bayo has scored in back-to-back games, and this could be the start of something good. Okay, we now skip ahead to playing Crystal Palace in November. Bayo went 5 games without scoring before picking up a goal in this one. Another important one as well. The first in a 2-1 victory, Origi getting the other. And now we go to the Champions League. We go away to Napoli. Bayo hasn't scored in his last 4 games. And he has now Alisson injured, Van Dijk injured, Salah scores, but in the 3-2 win in the Champions League away at Napoli, Bayo gets a brace. That is a really, really big win for him. Really good. 2 goals as well at Napoli. Nothing to be sniffed at. Really good from him. That's what kind of stuff we want to see from him in this series. And now we move on to our next game, which is against Watford. And we win 2-0. It's Akinfenwa and Salah that gets on the score sheet. Bayo scores again in back-to-back games, which is really nice to see. He is getting goals a bit sporadically, but he is getting them every now and then now. He's not going too far and too long without goals. I'm enjoying what he's doing here for this. Surprised. Okay, I played Manchester United in the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. We lose 1-0 thanks to Bruno Fernandes, and Fabinho misses a penalty. Bayo does come off just after half-time for Origi, so nothing for him. Here's the second leg of the semi-final. We win 2-1 thanks to 2 goals from Salah, and we win 4-3 on penalties. Akinfenwa making way for Origi in the 72nd minute. But we are on to Wembley, so Bayo will now have the chance to go to Wembley again and hopefully get a goal in a League Cup final. But that is a good way for him to get some silverware before he retires. We now move on to Norwich. After a 13-game drought, Bayo scores in a 2-1 win. Robertson getting the other with Henderson going off injured. And move on to West Ham. He scored in the last game. Can he score in this one? Goal against Norwich. Can we get one against West Ham? Yes, we can. 3-1 thanks to Henderson and Salah contributing as well. Big 3-1 victory. Another goal for Bayo. We move on to the next game that we see him in. This is the Champions League round of 16. We win 3-1 away from home against Bayer Leverkusen. Fabinho with 1 and Salah with 2. Bayo going off in the 64th minute. Now it's the Carabao Cup final against Manchester City. Bayo of course starts. Oh, we lose 2-1. Origi replaced him in the 61st minute. Aguero and Sterling scoring as Henderson gets our goal. Unlucky. We did get to another final, but Bayo doesn't score in it. Okay, Bayer Leverkusen, second leg of the Champions League round of 16. And Mane scores in a 1-1 draw, meaning we go through 4-2 on aggregate. Bayo doesn't score in this Champions League game. In fact, he goes off just after half-time for Origi. But it is a good result, and we're through to the quarter-finals of the Champions League. Now we move on to Watford. 4-0 win after a 7-game drought. Henderson, Roberto Firmino, and a brace for the big man Akinfenwa. Really good to see there. It's the kind of thing you want from Bayo, as he gets his first Premier League brace. Big win, 4-0 away at Watford. I just wanted to keep this up now as we're getting toward the end of the season. Keep some form up, keep getting goals. I think next we're going to jump into the first leg of the quarter-final of the Champions League as we play away at Inter Milan. Bayo does start, of course. Let's see what happens here. We lose 2-1. Mane getting our goal. We've got an away goal, so it's not done and dusted. But we will have to wait and see how this goes. Moving on now to the second leg. We draw 1-1, Mane getting the goal again. It means we do go out 3-2 on aggregate. Very unlucky. But with Bayo in the team, it is going to drag our qualities down just a little bit. But we did do well. Okay, we now play Brighton. And win 3-0. Fabinho, Salah and Akinfenwa. Akinfenwa getting his first goal after a 4-game drought. He's doing okay in the Premier League. I think he's got a few more goals than I actually expected him to get. We now go to Goodison Park. We play Everton. We win 2-1. Akinfenwa and Salah with the goals. Bayo scores in back-to-back games once again. Great stuff from Bayo. And where better place to do it than Goodison? As well as another big goal from Bayo, contributing to huge wins, often away from home as well. Hasn't scored many at home. Another big away win. We win 3-0 in the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley against Wolves. Robertson, Origi and Bayo getting the goals. That is consecutive games now. Bayo has scored in 3 consecutive games. Bayo has scored in. And that is it's another Wembley final that we're off to. We now play Arsenal. We win 2-0. Fabinho and Bayo getting on the score sheet. That is 4 in 4 for him now. So a great streak for Bayo, his best streak of the series. And now we have to move on and see how he gets on as we finish the season. Here is our final Premier League game against Newcastle. We win 3-0. Van Dijk, Salah and Mane. Robertson getting sent off, but it doesn't matter as we have won 3-0. Bayo doesn't get the goal, but hopefully he will as we go to the FA Cup final for our final game. We play Arsenal in the FA Cup final. We win 3-1, a brace for Salah and one off the bench for Gini Wijnaldum. another trophy lifted. That's the FA Cup, the Community Shield, and the UEFA Super Cup that we lift in this season. Now we've got to go and have a look at the final standings in the league and some statistics and see how Bayo got on over the course of the full season. Okay, we finished third in the Premier League here, playing 38 games, winning 28, drawing 5 and losing 5. 74 goals, 24 conceded, plus 50 goal difference, 89 points. City run away with it on 110 points, and Spurs just above us with 3 more points than us at 92 as well. And let's have a little look at the goal scorers and assists and clean sheets and see how we got on there. Aguero comfortably top there with 31, Salah had 20, you can see Mane there as well with 14, and Bayo squeezes in 24th place with 10 goals, playing every Premier League game available. Assists wise, Salah had 10 and Henderson had 9, nobody else on that list. And clean sheets, Alisson did okay with 13 in 32. Now for Bayo's personal stats, he played 62 games, every single game he started, 14 goals, no assists at all, 12 clean sheets, and he gets a 6.8 overall. Now I think that's not too bad for Bayo there, to be honest. Getting 14 goals, including, you know, all those Champions League goals, 3 Champions League goals and 10 in the league, is pretty good for a player like Bayo. And that is it then. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like and please subscribe if you're not. And if you have any scenarios or challenges in a game you'd like me to try, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Scenario, and I will see you next time.